Hey, all right. National park, our favorite national parks, part 8. This will be the last of this episodes of our favorite national parks. So on the last video, I talked about how we did 3 national parks in one day. It's the only time we've ever done that. We, let's see, we got up. We were just outside of Zion. We did Zion early in the morning, and then midday, somewhere between noon and 2, 3, we did Bryce Canyon. And this is 14 years ago when our 14-year-old was a newborn. We had 3 young kids, and we were with Lori's parents. So the last national park we did that day, we went into eastern Utah, almost in Colorado, to Arches National Park. I remember we drove in, and we only had like 2 hours of daylight left. So we drove in, and we were like, holy cow, this place is amazing. We drove in, we hit Balance Rock first, and then we just drove around the place and hit some of the iconic arches that were just off the road. And we loved this place. And to finish, we drove pretty much to the end of the park with Delicate Arches. And we pulled, and we wanted to know how far Delicate Arch was from the parking lot. It was like a mile and a half. So we knew we didn't have time to do that. So we went to Delicate Arch Overlook. And like I said, we were running at a daylight, and it was like, I think it's only like a quarter mile. I ran up, took some pictures, and it's kind of, there's the lookout, and there's this huge like cliff into a valley, I guess, and then it goes up into the arch. And I looked there, and I saw the people actually at Delicate Arch, and I was kind of envious of them. I really wanted to be at the arch. And just looking at them, and it's pretty far away. I'm trying to think, half a mile? That might be too far. Quarter of a mile from the arch. And it's like, I want to be at the arch. So, next time around, the next year, we went with my parents. And my parents stayed in the car with the kids because it's so hot there. And Lori and I walked up to the arch as husband and wife, as a couple. And it felt so cool to be together at the arch as a couple, as a husband and wife. So I thought to myself, if we ever make it back, we're going to get the family up there. So the next time we made it back, we went with Lori's parents, and we all hiked together as a family. It was so cool because we were carrying, Lori's dad had a kid on the back, I had a kid on the back, and then Lori had a kid on the back, and then our oldest, or our second oldest, our current 16-year-old, he walked. And eventually our 14-year-old, who was 4 at the time, maybe 3, no, he couldn't have been that young. Anyway, he's like, I want to get out. So he actually walked the rest of the way. So we got at least halfway there. It was so hot. It was like 105 degrees, just blazing sun. Lori's dad started getting overheated, and he was like, I don't think I can do it. And we were sitting, there's no shade. We found this little speck of shade beside a bush. We were sitting there. I looked down to him and I said, you gotta finish this. It's so worth it. So he got up and he finished. He finished getting to Delicate Arch. And it was so cool because you kind of go around this cliff so you don't see Delicate Arch until you're there. And seeing his face as he saw Delicate Arch in person for the first time was so memorable. It was awesome. And just standing there looking at the arch with a family was so important to me. And I know it was so important to Lori. So now years go by, and the kids are really young. And we did it last summer as a family again. The 4 youngest. Our oldest, he's college age, so occasionally he goes on these trips. And he didn't go on this one. So seeing the 4 kids do it, and be old enough to remember, and hiking it with them, and going from these little tiny kids that were on my back to kids that are my height, and actually some of them are taller than me. I'm short, but you know, my kids are taller than me. And so memorable doing it with them as older children. And delicate Arches National Park is so awesome. It's easily, I would say, my top 3. And as I always say, it's one of our favorite national parks. Okay, when this video is aired, we'll be on our way out west to California. Okay, thank you. Thanks for watching. Bye.